gets away from Andre Francis to make that catch, but you know, Ham threw it to the only spot he could, and he hoped Clark would make the adjustment while the ball was in the air, and he did.
Becomes even more important for the Toronto offense.
21 points a quarter if they keep this up.
Yeah, I don't like the projection on that one.
First down, Ham and the Argos. Time to throw this time. Wide open. He'll have a first down. Robert Clark gets inside BC territory around the 47.
Robert Clark has turned into a very fine receiver for the Argonauts, probably their most dependable outside of Paul Mazzotti when he was healthy, but there he just comes down, finds the open spot when BC decides to play his own coverage, which is very seldom, but good job to stay in there and be a good target for Tracy Ham.
35. 10:18 to go till halftime. With the Lions in front, 24-10. Pressure on Ham, he got it away. And found Clark. That'll be good for a first down. Robert Clark stopped by Andre Francis, number 1. 12 yards to gain. Good pattern.
Seems to be the matchup Toronto wants tonight. Robert Clark on Andre Francis, and watch the move up to the outside, and as he cuts underneath, he gets Francis turned around. A bit of a rub off with the inside receiver, and Robert Clark makes the catch, gets the first down. And you know, for Toronto, each series now so important the way the defense is giving up points. His numbers last week in their first win of the season over Sacramento, and down the stretch in that game, he made some key catches to keep possession of the ball and keep it away from Sacramento when the game was getting a little dicey.
2nd and 11. Ham gets pressure again. Looking to throw on the run. Jump ball. And I think we've got a catch, yes. Robert Clark. Good concentration by Clark because that was tipped.
Nice job by Robert Clark to go up and fight for this football. He screens off Francis from behind, and although the ball bounces around, watch the concentration. Is he able to stay with it and make yet another key catch?
His 5th.
Manny Hazard and Kip Lewis.
Lions have had some problems with their halfbacks this season. They've also had some injury problems in that area. Clark, the catch, breaks away and gets the first down. Good effort by Robert Clark to get away, get the extra yards, and turn in a first down on a 13-yard gain.
And he is really working hard against one of the better one-on-one corners in the league. Breaks the tackle of Andre Francis, the spin move there to get away, and the tremendous effort that was to pick up a first down.
5 receptions, 76 yards for Clark so far. 2:03 till halftime. The first down at the BC 20 on a big play by Hazard, and penalties tacked on. Ham for Clark. He makes the catch and scores the touchdown. There's a marker down. Andre Francis on the coverage. 19 yards. Tracy Ham to Robert Clark.
And interference will be called on Andre Francis. The touchdown will stand, and what a catch by Robert Clark. It seems every game he's been getting better and better. He's been making all the key catches, balls thrown his way, and watch how he outfights Andre Francis for this football. That is spectacular. The Toronto Argonauts are 1 point away from tying this game up.
It's hard to believe, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, they were down by 21 early in the game.
And a point away from even right now with Lance Chomick. Andrew Murray holding. And we're all even. 31-31. 62 points, and we've only played the first minute of the second half.
And, John, you know, we talked about at the beginning the difference might be could the Toronto offensive line protect their quarterbacks. Well, they're doing a pretty good job. Watch Jeff Jackson coming on the blitz right here. Well, hey, Chris Green, the right guard, does a nice job to pick it up. Everybody working hard for Tracy Ham, and when that happens, look at the sight lines he has downfield. Nobody in his face, and he doesn't throw the greatest of passes. Clark makes a spectacular catch, but the offensive line, which was the key maybe to their production tonight, has, I think, for the most part, performed pretty well.
2 plays, 76 yards in less than a minute.
Been fast and furious, hasn't it?
And Danny Barrett has had a hot hand for the Lions all night. So 2nd and 10. Here's the pressure on Ham. Clark opens over the middle and makes the catch for a first down. Big play for the Argos. Booty in on the stop near the 25.
And Robert Clark very quickly is turning into one of the better wide receivers in the league. He is coming up with key play after play. Watch zone. He sees the soft coverage. Now, all he's trying to do is find an open spot for Tracy Ham to find him. He does it nicely, and Toronto backed up on their own goal line, gets a much-needed first down and some breathing room.
7 for 117.
But right now, I think the score is premature.
All right, Eric, thanks very much.
Thank you, Gord.
Back for the Argo first down. Ball on the Toronto 7. It opens up for Tracy Ham. Clark makes the catch, and that'll be a first down for the Argos out near the 25. Jackson on the tackle. What do you think? Swervin Mervin back in a BC uniform.
Not a chance. Won't happen.
I agree
Eric
with you.
Tillman, the general manager, was hedging there, but I can tell you, conversation with the BC Lions front office people today, it will not happen.
Robert Clark picks up 18 to add to his total. 8 for 35, 135, and the touchdown for Robert Clark. Big hand for the Argos now out at the Toronto 25. 5:26 to go, third quarter. We're all even at 31. Clark, another first down, this time at the 40. There's a marker down back at the line of scrimmage.
I think it's going to go against the BC Lions, too, and move a little farther downfield for the Argonauts. Probably a roughing
Major
call on
foul,
Tracy Ham.
roughing the passer, number 72 on the defense, at 15 yards and first down.
Glenn Scrivener, 4 sacks on the season. Charity. Ham, far side, on target, short of the first down. Clark has another reception. Number 89 has been busy tonight. Robert Clark, 9 receptions, 158 yards last week.
Well, I think as teams throughout the league see more and more of Robert Clark, they're going to gain a new respect for him. His level each week is...
In the first 15 minutes, short drop pass over the middle. He has a completion up to Clark in the 50-yard line. It's an Argo first down.
It does have to be patient to try to get these points back.
Kerrigan on a roll, throwing complete. Robert Clark down at the 23-yard line. Best march of the game so far. The 6 DB, Terrell Ulmer, made the tackle for Saskatchewan. Clark had a couple of drops in the first half as he works against Wilburn, that time zone coverage by Saskatchewan. Lead here in the third quarter. Flag down. Reception over the middle. Robert Clark.
Very good to Clark. Complete. In the area where that's thrown, unfortunately, for...
More than they've hurt Saskatchewan so far tonight. First and 20. Another flag down and another Kerrigan completion. Looks like it'll be coming back. Once again, Robert Clark.
Kerrigan with some success. 2 big plays. 2 big...
Was in danger of losing a club record, tying 12 straight on the road tonight. Kerrigan has a completion. Robert Clark up at the 45, close to the first down marker.
Far side of the field. Ham can't spot one open. Almost picked off, but he has a man. Complete on the far side for Robert Clark, I believe, number 89.
Clark on the sideline.
Time, the Argos have a chance to put a couple more points on the board. 4 receivers to the far side of the field. Ham onto the coverage. Clark makes the catch. He's out at the 55. Will be just short of the first down. 21 seconds till the half.
Robert Clark did the smart thing, caught the ball, got the maximum yardage he could get out of it, and then got out of bounds to stop the clock. So there's still 21 seconds left. Robert ball fairly effectively here.
Penalty on the punt return sets the Argos up right at midfield. Hand stands in, looks deep, and fired too far for Robert Clark.
Over the top. Intended for number 8.
who drew 2 Calgary defenders on a long romp toward the end zone, including Carl Anthony.
You know, it's funny for Tracy Ham tonight. The times that he has had a lot of time to throw the football, he's missed his receivers. Now, it almost appears as though he's expecting to get...
Second and 10. Kerrigan has a man open, and that's Clark racing toward the end zone, caught there by Greg Knox. Clark got behind Carl Anthony. 44 yards for the Argos. Big play.
Huge play and a nice pattern for Robert Clark. He had some great years with the Detroit Lions. And watch, he runs to post here, and he gets inside Carl Anthony. Carl Anthony gavels right here. He tries to go over the top. He misses. Clark with a nice concentration and big catch. And, you know, as I suggested, the offense has to take a cue from the defense and turn it up. And big plays like that will get you back in the game in a hurry.
44 yards to Robert Clark. His 3rd reception of the game. He now has 62. Robert Clark makes the catch from Mike Kerrigan. Carl Anthony in on the tackle. Let's see where they spot the ball. He's a couple short. Hang on now. Moved it ahead a bit. It'll be a gain of very close to 10. Fourth catch, totaling 72 yards for Robert Clark.
Throwing. Touchdown, Robert Clark. I guess he was the intended receiver.
I don't think so. But who's going to know?
Clark, 2nd of the game, and a flag down. A little pick play, maybe?
I think so.
No, wait a minute. Now Baltimore saying the
San Antonio, number 16. Penalty is declined. Touchdown.
Wow. So Robert Clark has his 2nd TD. Now, hey, Bruce, if you're the the San Antonio side, you're saying maybe they're running it up.
Yeah. At this point, I think you do.
But if you're the Baltimore side, you remember that there's tiebreakers in this league, so you get what you can.
But that showed some great hands right there, didn't it? Here we go again. See it again. Bingo.
I'll tell you what, Reggie Perry went up the ladder, didn't he?
He sure did.
And Robert Clark. Blitz. Tracy, good time in the pocket, firing complete to Clark. First down close to the 15-yard line. 15 yards on the pass.
Robert Clark doing it all tonight for the Baltimore Stallions. He's been an intricate part of the 2nd receiving corps.
Got a touchdown in the 2nd quarter.
Job. The backs realizing blitz. It was an all-out blitz that time. Tracy had what he wanted, just couldn't execute the play.
Stallions trying to get back the lead. They trailed 10-6. 2nd and 10. And with plenty of time, he's got all day. Now here comes the rush. Gets away, gets a block from Pordanis. Now scrambling back. This looks like Tarkenton. Wide open Clark. Touchdown. Man, he bought some time, Bruce.
It had to happen. It had to be a touchdown pass. I'll tell you what. That's the athlete Tracy Ham is, enabling him to do that. But what a great job by that offensive line.
Watch him pick up some blocks here, Bruce, as he scrambled around.
Look at him spinning. There's no penetration by the front. There we finally get some. Tracy looking. He's not done yet. Finds another move, I'll tell you.
And there is Robert Clark all by his lonesome. Touchdown, Bruce.
Here we go again. Tracy finally rolling out. Clark got rid of his guy somewhere in the multitudes of bodies back there in the end zone. They must have been running around for 10 seconds.
That brings back memories of Fran Tarkenton, or CFL memories of Doug Flutie. I mean, he just bought all kinds of time. And first time, and there's Robert Clark. Robert Clark, an interesting story. Say he's the best blocker probably of the wideouts, runs the best routes, whether he's the intended receiver or not, always runs his routes to the fullest. And he spent 5 years in the NFL, caught 15 touchdowns in the other league, and has got some experience, and he's a real pro. Shows up and is ready to work every day.
And it shows. There's no doubt about it. This league, with the wider field that we were talking about earlier, there's no doubt that the receivers are so important. Always be trying to shed their defender and get open.
There's Robert Clark, and watch on the replay, because Clark, Bruce, you got to let your quarterback know where you are, right? When you break open, like Jimmy Orr in those old highlight films, waving to Earl Morrall.
Yeah, look at that. Throwing his arms up, saying, "Here I am."
Tracy didn't miss this one. He missed the one earlier when he had Armstrong, but this one just dropped it right on the numbers.
That's right. They must have draw that up in the huddle on the sit. Well, when I stop at the stop sign and get over to the corner, and then catch the 6th Street bus,
hit me.
Yeah.
Josh Miller bang.
To scrimmage the ball from the 35-yard line.
Robert Clark, one of those very electrifying wide receivers.
Yeah. I hope so. Let's go have some of that hot stuff. Why, I'm sure it's going to be kind of warm down there in Shreveport. This is Robert Clark with the reception. And Clark goes out of bounds at the 54. Another one of the veterans for this Baltimore team.
First time that we mentioned his name today, Gus.
Clark played with the Detroit Lions, was a 10th round pick by the New Orleans Saints in 1988. Holds 34 school records.
This is a 3-game series, and you win 2 of 3. That's not so bad.
Oh, you're going to be happy with that.
Crawley over the middle and has his target at the 40-yard line. That's Robert Clark, and that's his first catch of the day.
That's his first completion as a pro.
6 seconds to go. The Stampeders are set to wrap it up. Clark can't hang on to that one. And now
out the entire year, came back in shape and with a better attitude and got a starting job. And here's Ham throwing again, incomplete. Robert Clark, the intended receiver, and once again he had a step, this time on Junior Robinson.
The lone setback, straight drop back, looks over to the right side, and man, is Robert Clark open and loses his footing at about the 13-yard line. Bodies go flying over there, and that's going to be close to yet another first down.
And one of the things that happened to Clark on this particular play, he's lucky he didn't lose his footing earlier, because as we've told you about the last 5 yards on the sideline, it's artificial turf, and he actually catches the ball in slip of getting the first down. He was lucky enough to fall forward, but I tell you what.
Well, here's Sean Jones now from the 30-yard line. Pringle the lone setback, double slants to the left. Jones straight drop back, goes out in the flats to Robert Clark at the 42, runs out of bounds. That'll be a first down, Baltimore. You know, fans, when you're hungry after tonight's game, make it Brick Oven Pizza in Bell's Point. That's Brock, Bop, Brick Oven Pizza, or Brock. 800 South Broadway in Bell's Point. Bop, Brick Oven Pizza. 8-3 has them tied right now. Baltimore would lead by a half game with a victory. Ham out of the shotgun, double slots to the right, Pringle the lone setback, Ham straight drop back, looks across the middle, now he looks to the right side, and he's got Robert Clark down around the 18-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 5. We'll call it 2nd and 5. Not 6, 2nd and 4.
Well, Clark does a good job of coming back to the football, and it looks as if he may have, as far as the mark is concerned, they may have given him 6 yards. But I tell you what, Tracy almost holds his ball a little bit longer than he wants.
It's the time they could dominate.